So this police station, Fulford Road Police Station, is the first ever police station that I had been in when I decided to go out and report on the migrant hotels. And the first hotel that I reported from, which was the Mercure Fairfield Manor in York. I was arrested and I was locked up in a cell for 8 hours. I had my phone confiscated off me. I had bail conditions that I couldn't go into North Yorkshire, which is literally just down the road from me, which ended up being for 12 months. They kept our phone for 12 months. And then the charges were dropped at the end. Now, as you know, guys, I'm in a little bit of a predicament today with bail conditions down at RAF Scampton. Just for filming down there, I was arrested again. I was locked in a cell again for 8 hours, my phone confiscated. I've had 3 months bail from there. I'm now on another 3 months bail. They first arrested us all on aggravated trespass. Now, every other member of the protesters and the reporters, they've all been released, yet the 2 people that have got large social media followers are both still on bail. And they're now not only trying to put the charge of aggravated trespass on us, they are trying to put a section of Section 18, public order against the migrants. Now, if we remember back at Scampton, the migrants are still not in Scampton, so why are they looking at this other charge? I keep trying to ring the solicitor that came and represented me when I was arrested, and they just say the police take the time. I keep ringing the police up. The arresting officer hasn't even got the decency to call me back. I've got all this logged, and I will be taking this further, because actually stood outside the gates of RAF Scampton, it cannot be classed as aggravated because it was on a public road. Sorry, it can't be trespass because it was on a public road. And it wasn't aggravated because we were just stood there. Well, today the police seem to be able to do whatever they want to do if they want to stop people from reporting. So yeah, I just thought while I was in the area of York, checking out the building that the council have decided to spend nearly $300,000 on to house teenage asylum seekers. Yet York Council has nearly £300 million in debt. And they can't even give the Salvation Army money to help our homeless people on the streets today. It's shocking, guys, isn't it? It really, really is. Shocking, Stephen, isn't it? Yeah, this is the thing, guys, isn't it? We have the people who still believe the propaganda today, but if you look deeper into this, we've seen these people in classrooms with our children, and that is pretty frightening. It really, really is. So yeah, not very good memories of my first time at York Police Station. Yeah, all my life I've always stayed on the right side of the law, always done as I'm told. And as soon as I stand up for what I believe in, then I get arrested. They are all being silenced. You know, there's so much that is covered up, and it still is, isn't it, today? And a lot of my reports are from people, concerned local residents, that message me. They don't speak out for thought of being called racist when they're not racist. I'm not racist. I'm just a realist. This cannot go on. We've been investigating and documenting this for the last few years now. When this invasion started, at the beginning of our lockdown, and there's just been thousands and thousands and thousands of undocumented migrant men coming over the channel into Dover, seeking asylum. When they throw their documents away in the channel, we don't know who these people are. They could be terrorists. It's just frightening. It really, really is. But we have to highlight these issues. We have to make people aware that, unfortunately, these guys are not on our side today, and we have to just watch our own backs. Always be vigilant. Always, always be vigilant. Women, please do not go out in the dark alone. And if you do, remember the panic alarms that we were talking about last year. Please, please invest in one of those. They're as little as about £5. And I know it's not going to stop anything, but you have that in your hand and you pull that little string, and the loud noise that it makes, you hope that it would frighten the predator. But guys, if you've any of you've got any local stories that you would like me to come and report on, then please just drop me a line on social media, either by Twitter or Facebook, and I'll come and report for you. I'm just getting so many people that are messaging me, and they're just too frightened to speak out, but yet they're struggling themselves, and they're just not liking what they are seeing. But yet if we speak out about it and we let people know, then we get arrested. England 2024, guys. Thought that someone might have come out, because they normally do it when the auditors are out there, but I must not be as popular as them. So yeah, and don't be fooled with the hotels as well, the 50 hotels that they're emptying, because even if they're not moving them to other hotels, RAF bases, barges, unfortunately they will be coming into homes near you, and you will just see it like Ireland. You will see where the indigenous people of Ireland can't afford to keep their own houses. They are having to leave their houses, and the migrants are moving in. That is literally how it is. If any of you follows what's going on in Ireland, in Dublin, if you follow Derek Blythe, he's out there constantly trying to fight for the people of Ireland. And yeah, he said, we spoke to Derek, me and Active Patriot, I think it was about a year ago, and we went on a Twitter spaces with him. And do you know what he said a year ago? He said, you guys have not seen enough yet. He says, if there's only few on the streets, then it ain't bad enough in England yet. But he says it's to come. You only have to look at Dublin. But How do we stop this, guys? How do we stop this? We think it could be stopped overnight. Why do our government want this? It upsets me to see that the beautiful people who used to work in the care homes and looked after our families, so many of them had to leave their jobs a couple of years ago, and we all know why. And now the country's been flooded with other people that are now caring for our elderly. Yeah, we're living in sad times, really sad times. But obviously there's not enough crimes that have happened for the government to make a difference. Nothing happens to them, does it? They think that they're tucked away in their glass houses, while those little peasants down below are just fighting to get week after week, looking, like I said earlier, about our bills, the price of food. It's, I'm 51 years old now, and when I first left school and I started working in banking, I got a pension, which I was very, very lucky. I got a non-contribution pension, so I never had to pay anything into that. But back then, in the late 80s, I was thinking of retiring at 50 and thinking, everything's going to be great, I'll own my own house, I'll get my little bit of pension and I'll be all right. But roll on 30 years and we can't even afford today to even retire at that age because we can't afford to. The amount that we pay for our food and for our utility bills now, it is absolutely just going out of the roof. There's going to be more and more people losing their houses. And then when the other people start moving in, what's going to happen, guys? It's just not going to end well, is it? And then we get our stupid government. We'd rather put the money into stupid things like this. Sorry, I just... Going green will bankrupt our country. But do you know what? I don't think they care, because the government, the politicians, the people in power, I don't think it's going to affect them. But one day it will. One day it will. So thank you everyone for tuning in again this afternoon. I'm just local again today, but next week I'll be back out again, hopefully with my good friend Active Patriot, and we will be going and reporting more of the news that our mainstream media failed to report on, and then hopefully we'll get it over to Twitter and it gets the views on there that should be getting from the mainstream media. So thank you everyone. I really, really appreciate every single one of you that bobs on, that likes my work, shares it and gets other people to subscribe to my channel. Wherever the news is there and it's not being reported, I will be out there reporting it. So thank you everyone. Good afternoon from Yorkshire Rose at York Fulford Road Police Station.